Hi, Alex Polyak here. A big thank you to my friend Elena for the material and idea for this video series. In this 10th episode, we will reveal the secrets of every San Fierro Rifa gang member from GTA San Andreas. Let's get started. As with other gangs and the police, there are more San Fierro Rifa characters than there are models. In fact, while this gang has 3 different skins, the writers provided 5 personalities for these skins. Let's talk about the first character. As is typical for real gangsters, he expresses support for his gang and speaks with taunts about other gangs in the city.
SFR Rifa! SFR don't play! You got nada, Danang! Just keep trying, triads!
An important detail from this gangster's personal life is that his girlfriend dumped him. He often remembers her and misses her dearly. He is having a hard time dealing with the breakup and would like to restore the relationship.
Why would she leave me? Is there something wrong with me? Couldn't even tell me to my face she was with him. One more day I must face without me, mija. Mija, come back to me! I'm so sick of masturbating. I haven't showered since mi mija left me, so watcha. I don't want anything to remind me of her anyhow.
He is so embittered that he takes out his hatred on others, justifying this violence by the fact that his girlfriend dumped him.
You're about to get dumped like I was! That's for the bitch who left me! That is for mi mija leaving me. You shouldn't have messed with mi mija.
But no matter what he does, he fails to drown out the inner pain. He has developed depression, and he has come to hate his life.
I hate this place and everything. I wish I could have been born in a dead body. There's no point to anything. Why is everyone against me? Put me out of my misery then. No one will miss me anyways. You don't know how much I'm hating life right now. I hate love. Van Taxi, take me away from my life.
The only things that comfort him now and can distract him even a little from his personal drama are his gang, his car, weed, and food.
The only thing I like is mi clica. Mi Ramfla won't let me down. Mota is like my best friend. I like looking well.
He feels like he belongs here and clearly has no intention of returning to his homeland.
I won't go back to Mexico.
Interestingly, he, along with other members of the San Fierro Rifa, knows the family's gang and its sets, Grove Street, Seville, and Temple Drive, quite well. Also, he knows about CJ himself and is hostile toward him.
Temple Drive is trembling. I'll blast you back to Seville. Go to Grave Street. Bang bang, should have stayed in Ganton. You're in for it now, Johnson. I heard you just a little puta, Carl. I'm gonna beat you harder than su madre did, Carl. I hope you got life insurance, Johnson.
It is even interesting how these guys are so well informed specifically about the families and Carl. Most likely the reason is, spoiler alert, that the Rifa is an important link in the system of drug production and supply from San Fierro to Los Santos, organized by the Loco Syndicate and Big Smoke. Therefore, they are hostile toward the Grove Street families and everything connected with it. The next gangster has the same look. Like the previous Rifa member, he mentions gangs from both San Fierro and Los Santos.
I hope you brought Soviet weapons, Da Nang. I hear you Da Nangs bang each other. Da Nangs are gonna die. Triads are a bunch of putos. Say your prayers, Triads. I'll shoot you in your Temple Drive. Dig a grave on Grove Street.
By the way, it's no coincidence that he mentioned the Da Nang and Soviet weapons. The Da Nang gang consists of people from South Vietnam, which was supported by the US during the 20th century conflict with North Vietnam, which in turn received support from the Soviet Union. Therefore, hearing such comments directed at them could be offensive to a Southerner. Alternatively, this Rifa member might simply be using a generalized image of a Vietnamese person with Soviet weapons, a stereotype well established in American society. This guy also knows CJ by sight and will be happy to taunt him.
You're about to get shot like my nerves, Johnson. Fuck you, Carl. I'm coming for you, Carl. Hey, we got Carl. Carl's dead. I killed Carl.
A distinct feature of this gangster is his extreme paranoia. He is constantly tense and trusts no one, though he sometimes tries to find a silver lining in this.
I think my paranoia keeps me sharp. Being paranoid ain't so bad. I'm always ready for the worst. I like it when I can trust someone. I don't like you looking at me, puto.
His other lines shed light on the reasons for such excessive caution. This Rifa member deals drugs and has encountered undercover cops several times, mistaking them for real buyers. Now he suspects everyone around him and fears that one day he will finally be sent to prison.
I hate being set up. I didn't know he was undercover. I told him the cuete was a gift, you know? You ever sell chiva to an undercover cop? You're not undercover, are you? I was using this to run chiva! My chiva is under the back seat! I need this rafla, I'm on the run. I had a lot of practice running for the cops, puto. Shit, I think I hear sirens. I know I'll wake up in the pinta one day.
Perhaps for this same reason, this guy has serious mental health issues. He gets extremely nervous, and in such a state, he is capable of the most insane things.
Ah, my nerves! I'm nervous, and when I'm nervous, I shoot. I'm feeling anxious. Time to kill. Looking at dead enemies makes me less anxious. I only shot him once in the head. I was feeling all edgy today till he died. I like to get away with crimes. I like to see dead enemies.
And while it may seem like this Rifa member has completely lost his mind, he is actually still capable of thinking rationally and has occasional flashes of sanity.
I wonder if this vida loca is for me.
The third Rifa gangster uses a different character model. As you might expect, he also can't stand the other gangs in his city and hates Grove Street and CJ.
Dong Nong assholes! Fuck you, Triad! Grove Street families are going down. Grove Street don't got no business in San Fierro. Los Santos pendejos! Now what you gonna do, CJ? CJ, you dead! Let's take him on a San Fierro tour!
Among the more personal facts about this character, it's worth noting that he mentions a wife and kids. Though, he might just be lying to avoid danger. Besides that, he has a bike that is just as important to him as a woman. Interestingly, in the actual game, gang members do not use motorcycles.
I'm a family man! Hey man, I got a wife and 2 kids! That bike is like my woman!
He loves to eat and drink coffee, and he's especially fond of the Mexican food from Cluck and Bell.
Do you like the coffee at 24/7? You like the Mexican stuff at Cluck and Bell? Man, I love a good taco. I'll live for the tacos, man. I love the chicken at Cluck and Bell.
As we can see, he mentions a 24/7 store. Since there are no grocery stores available for Carl in San Fierro, we can assume this Latino character visits Supa Save. Regarding Cluck and Bell, we can also make a guess as one of his lines mentions downtown, which is exactly where one of those fast food joints is located.
Have you been downtown today?
He is clearly unhappy with his life.
I hate my job. Man, I hate my life.
This guy is a total psychopath. He's ready to kill anyone he meets and even sees it as his mission.
I'm on a mission. I kill everybody. I ain't no racist. I'll kill anybody. Latinos, gringos, anybody. Give me a drink before I kill you. You're not leaving San Fierro. I'll kill anybody in the street. People think I'm trouble, and they're right.
This character has several interesting lines in case he is saved by paramedics.
I just had the craziest dream. Oh man, I just saw the light.
The fourth Rifa member, who uses the same skin with glasses, is a particularly unique individual, but let's start with one typical trait. Like his associates, he dislikes other gangs, and gangsters from Los Santos irritate him especially.
Da Nang, son mojados. Rifas cagan en Da Nang. Los cabrones putos triados. ¿Tú eres de la familia Santo? Marcha, caca del Santo. Los carros del Santo se están escapando. Los putos de Santo, caca bragas. Que muera la clica de Santo.
Have you already noticed what's special about this guy? He doesn't just speak English. He uses Chicano slang, a specific dialect of Mexican Spanish influenced by the English-speaking environment of the US. This way of speaking is common among Mexican street gangs in California. However, this bandit is the only one in the San Fierro Rifa who speaks this way, and we'll hear this style again in his later lines. He loves to brag about his gang.
Rifas no son ratas, lo juro. Yo soy de Rifas, mija, ¿me conoces? Rifas no tiene miedo a morir. Clica Rifas, destrozando los carros.
It seems he's aware that his speech stands out, as it truly is his own specific trait. Because of this, he sometimes mentions things that help him speak normally. Furthermore, in one of his lines, we learn a fact which might be the reason for his broken and somewhat incorrect speech. He was raised by a deaf mother.
Aprendí a hablar de mamá sorda. Los pistos mejoran mis palabras. La mota mejora mis palabras. Ahora pienso y hablo normalmente.
Remember how the previous Rifa member said he wasn't a racist and was ready to kill anyone? Well, the fourth gangster of this gang is the opposite. He is an overt racist towards African Americans. This could be a reference to the real-world racial tension found between Latino American and African American street gangs in California.
Pinche morenos, lárguense. Morenito tiene miedo. Hay que esperar a la ganga de morenos. Rifas van a matar al Santo Moreno.
He has an interesting line where he mentions doing graffiti. This is especially noteworthy because you can find Rifa gang graffiti in the game files, which, according to the developer's early plans, the player was supposed to spray over.
Ciego, no oyes, estoy pitando.
Finally, let's learn about the fifth gangster, who uses his own unique character model, unlike his fellow gang members. However, one thing that doesn't set him apart at all is his hatred for CJ and the Grove Street families.
Hey, you ain't going nowhere, CJ. You ready to die, CJ? I just killed CJ. Woo! Grove Street, pendejos. Fuck Grove Street, homie. Fuck you. Bye-bye, fucking groovers. This is my block, bitch.
He talks about his preferences and some facts from his life.
My gang is like my family, homie. I love women. I just hate that Chinese food. Just got out a couple of weeks ago. Man, I just got out. And I'm fucking innocent.
But what makes this guy most interesting is a creepy quirk. He actually gets pleasure from his own pain.
Fucking hate feeling good about myself. I love hating myself. I love pain. Have you ever tried burning yourself, man? Have you ever knocked yourself out?
But there's something else inside him. At times, he hates himself and feels he doesn't deserve to live.
Man, sometimes I hate myself. I don't deserve this, man. God, thank you. I just can't take it no more, man.
These are the kinds of personalities and stories that make up the San Fierro Rifa gang. As we can see, they truly despise Carl Johnson and his crew, and almost every one of them carries their own psychological trauma. It's funny that although they sound like fearsome gangsters, if you actually encounter them on the streets of San Fierro, you'll most likely just scare them off and watch them run away. If you enjoyed this video, please support it with a like and a comment. And if you want to hear the stories of other NPCs from the world of GTA, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. See you soon.